Here we are.
Terrible tech work. Hi, guys.
Hi, everyone. I'm James Wesley.
And I'm Seth Rudetsky, and we're here to support Ohio.
That's right, Seth. And Desiree Timms, of course. Proudly showing his Ohio. How do you pronounce it, Seth? Ohioan
roots.
Thank you.
In college. So that's why. Well, that's not the only reason why we're supporting Desiree.
Absolutely.
Go Ohio.
But it helps.
Yes,
you lived there for 4 years.
Yes, I did. It was a long time ago. I think it was literally. By the way, I saw Desiree
before Desiree was born.
She was while in college, she helped President Obama. I'm like, in college, Obama. I was 70 when he was nominated. Anyway, it's devastating to read that.
We have got amazing people here today. We have, I'm going to go in order. Judy, see if I remember in order. Judy Kuhn. Yep. We have Dana Delany. We have Montego Glover. We have Jeremy Jordan. We have Liz Callaway, and we have Javier Colon.
Yes, winner of The Voice.
All here for Desiree Timms because we believe in her. We know that Congressional District 10 of Ohio can flip. Mm-hmm. So does the DCC or Triple C. I knew I'd get that wrong. The Democratic Congressional Caucus Committee. Well, you know what? Who will know that? Judy Kuhn, our first guest, fellow Oberlin alum. Yes. She'll know what that means. So Judy Kuhn, come and help us. Help me out. 1, 2, 3, Judy.
The Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee.
I knew you would know.
And that's why she was a double major and I only majored in piano.
Did you know that the Desiree was selected by them in July as part of their Red to Blue program? They really believe it can flip too.
I did not know that, but I've done a little research on Desiree and she's very impressive. And so I can understand why she was beckoned to come run for Congress.
What were your years in What were your years in Ohio like, Judy Kuhn? You were 4 years there.
Oh well, Seth, it was so long ago I can barely remember. Great, it was great.
It's not really an answer, but
I didn't really notice Ohio because Oberlin is so kind of immersive experience. I didn't really notice that I was in Ohio so much, except when I drove to Cleveland.
If we kept our registration there, we could have voted for Desiree this election, but we moved back to New York.
Is she that district? I don't think.
Oh, she's not. So we would have.
Seth just knows that it's a congressional district in Ohio.
I think it's Dayton.
It is Dayton. I don't listen. Ohio is Ohio. I can't keep track. My point is, you have a good voice. So, Judy Kuhn, to help raise some money, what are you going to sing for us to get people excited?
Oh, I'm going to sing Laura Nero's song.
Oh. Yeah, I remember when you did the Laura Nero show.
Sorry?
I remember when you did the Laura Nero show in New York. If you don't know, Laura Nero wrote Stony Ann. She wrote what's that really cool song?
And When I Die.
And When I Die.
Blues. Those are some of her big hits. This is not one of her big hits, but I think it's just a beautiful song. And I think in this time of so much despair and division, it's good to sing songs of hope and unity.
Yes, ma'am.
So you want me to sing it now?
Yes, ma'am.
And for anybody watching with kids, Judy Kuhn is the singing voice of Pocahontas. So the kids can close their eyes and imagine Pocahontas singing this song.
Oh, Seth.
And on that note, bye-bye.
All right, here we go. On a street corner where the kids boogie all night, where the wind sings and the stars shine like holiday nights, come a band of angels, salvation in their might, and ask for peace on earth. Feel this love, my brothers and sisters, feel the seasons turn. She is the mother of time. Wonders that take you, rivers that give. That's where Mother Spiritual lives. Talk of a ruby love, lovers share. You find your love, you lose your love, here and there. So you go home, you do your own thing. The ocean sings to me that love is always alive and part of thee. Feel this love, my brothers and sisters. Feel the seasons turn. She is the mother of time. Wonders that take you, rivers that give. That's where Mother Spiritual lives. Come to the lights, my sisters. Take what you need. It doesn't matter, my brothers, your Sunday creed. For each one's a lover of this winter night star. A pilgrim, a pioneer, that's who you are. Feel this love, my brothers and sisters. Feel the seasons turn. She is the mother of time. It's not war, no, it's life she gives. That's where Mother Spiritual
Yes, Miss Kuhn.
That was beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Still got it, Judes. So what's your voting plan, by the way?
Well, my voting plan was to vote early in person, but because of recent events that I'm not at liberty to talk about yet, I may have to vote.
Witness protection program. Okay.
Yeah.
Absentee.
Okay. We support.
But I just applied for my ballot, and when it comes, as soon as it comes, I'll fill it out, and I'm going to walk it over to the elections, so I know that it gets there.
Okay.
Thank you, Judy. Always an activist.
Thank you, Judy.
With great placement. See you next time.
Bye, Judy.
Bye, you guys.
Bye. Speaking of someone with a voting plan, I know our next guest has one. In fact, I'm going to ask her right now. Delany. Hi, Dana.
Judy Kuhn. That was like we were in bed with Judy Kuhn and she was singing to us. Did you see that? The bed was right behind her.
Isn't that great? She loves it.
Judy Kuhn, you showed too much.
Dana.
It's just beautiful as always, and I love Laura Miro. Great choice.
Well, thank you.
I can't wait to hear your big secret.
You know what?
I can't wait to hear your big secret that you can't reveal.
It's like she's a cast member of Desperate Housewives.
I know, you did a big job.
No, the word is out already.
Bye. Exactly. Bye, Judy. We love Judy. She's such an activist. It's like, one of the reasons why we love doing these political salons is because people like you, Montego, Liz Callaway, they're all artists who are also activists.
Yeah.
And
it's funny. We just assume everybody is. And just recently we're like, oh, not everyone is. Like, I don't know, because all of our friends are. Suddenly we're like, people are really making a choice to do it and some people don't. So Dana Delany, why are you so active politically? I feel like you're always there for us politically.
oh, it's all about giving back. You know, the more you give back, the better you feel. It's all very selfish in the end, really. You know?
It's interesting. That's an Avenue Q. When you help others, you can't help helping yourself. Interesting.
Yeah. And I got my ballot today. I got it today. I'm so excited. So excited.
Have you decided who to vote for? You're kind of right. You're undecided, right?
On the fence.
Yeah.
That debate could have put me over.
Speaking of, how are you? Seth and I were just saying, it's like, how do you manage your emotions during these times?
Well, as Seth knows, because I just did this podcast, I drink a lot. I think it was working for me.
Keeping you even keeled. Well, actually, I'm kind of curious because, you know, you definitely do. You were saying like it kind of relax you to have a drink. Would you ever drink on the set of Desperate Housewives before a take just to kind of relax you into some crazy fight scene?
No. You know what? I tried that once in my career because it was a scene where I was drinking in the scene. So I thought, okay, fine. You know, this would work. It was awful. Just awful. I hated not having control over what I was doing and making choices. I don't know how those guys like Peter O'Toole and Richard Burton and Richard Harris, how did they do that? I can't imagine.
What show is it that you tried it on? China Beach?
Exit to Eden.
Oh, well, that would explain it, actually, if you were going to try it on a movie.
Whoa.
Maybe I should have been drinking through the whole thing.
That would have helped your experience. Okay, so wait, so you got your ballot, so you're doing absentee ballot. You're going to drop it off.
I am putting it in the drop box. I do not trust the mail right now. I just don't. It's slow, very slow in Santa Monica. So I'm putting in the drop box.
Everyone's so excited about voting. Do you remember your very first time voting? And did you think it was a big deal back then?
Yes. Oh, I couldn't wait to vote. Yes, definitely. Yeah. I'm trying to think where the first one, it was 18. Yeah. I was in high school. No, it was in college, my first year in college. Yeah.
Was it one of those things, Dana, like we were talking to Kelly O'Hara, and she's actually going to go with her daughters and her husband on November 3rd to go and vote because she wants her family to have that experience. When you were a little girl, did you go with your parents to the voting booth even though you couldn't vote? Or
yeah, I remember getting in the booth with my father and he pulled the curtain. You know, there was a curtain then, and then you had to do this big thing with a lever. It was a big deal. It was a little harder back then. Or maybe more safe back then. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
So who's the first person you voted for? Do you remember?
For president?
Well, it would have been, oh God, it was 1980. I did not vote for Reagan.
That's all I need to know. You're invited back for the next one.
So you know what? It was 1976. And I had to do absentee because I was in London. I was doing a theater program in London. And it was Jimmy Carter won. And I remember all the teachers in London, all the English people were like, who is this person? Who is this peanut farmer that you just elected? They just did not understand it at all.
No, they love their Maggie Thatcher. Let's never discuss that again. All right, so Danes, we get through by and hopefully viewers will also, by basically binging TV, and Desperate Housewives has got us through a lot of hard times. So thank you for, I know wine helps you, Desperate Housewives helps us. So thank you.
Oh, and also I just want to give a shout out. I think you're going to show a little clip, but that video that Desiree helped produce with Yellow Pain, fantastic.
I know.
Because it really explains the legislative branches. He does a great job of it. I thought it was very educational.
She wrote it.
Really?
Yes.
I did not know that. It's fantastic. Everybody should watch it. I tweeted it. I sent it out.
Fabulous. Well, yeah, we're going to show up by the end of this. So everybody stay tuned for that. All right, Dee Delany, thank you for everything as usual.
Bye, Dana.
I'm staying to listen.
Okay.
Good. Okay.
Always a fan.
All right, Seth, you've known our next guest how many years?
2000, year 2000, 20 years.
20 years exactly. Wow.
And yet she still looks the same age, and I just don't look haggier. I don't want to talk about it. Infuriating. Please welcome our Tony nominee, and I met her as a soprano, but she is a belter, Ms. Montego Glover.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Montego.
Hi.
Hi.
Where are you from originally? You're not from Ohio. You're from the South, I want to say.
Of course. Born in Georgia, raised in Tennessee. I'm a Tennessee girl. Yeah.
Have you ever been to Ohio?
Yes. You know something? Just last summer, I played the Cincinnati Symphony Orchestra. 4th of July.
Nice.
Yes.
Wow.
I was just there. Just there.
what was it like, and how big is that orchestra? Is it like a big full orchestra?
Yeah, big full orchestra. It was wonderful. The people are so kind, and everybody was excited for the orchestra. They love the experience. I love going to different SOs and Philhars around the country because their patrons are so excited for the programs and the programming, for guest artists. They love their conductors and maestros and music directors. So it was really sweet. It was such a community feeling, and everyone was so warm and very receptive.
You know, I'm just thinking this out loud now because there's a lot of despair in the air and like, oh, things are scary. But I feel like politics is like show business. And I feel like you did a show. It should have been you that only ran for a couple months. And the next show you literally did was Hamilton. So my point is like, isn't it
a few in between there, but yes, those are both on the roster. That is.
What does it feel like to do a show like Hamilton and just know I've got a gig that's going to be sold out every night, no matter what? I'm always going to have a big audience.
You know something? It is a huge responsibility. That's how things land on me. Like, it's exciting. Hamilton is exhilarating. It really is. And Angelica, I mean, what can I say? All of them, every single person who's telling that story. Angelica specifically, of course, close to my heart. But it was like, I have such a huge responsibility, and I'm so excited to be here. And the people out there are so excited to be here. It was electric. I mean, the lights would go down every performance, and there would be screaming before there was any announcement like welcome to the theater, silence your phones, like screaming and clapping. We were all ready. It's electric.
Montego, how long did you do the show?
A year and a half.
Wow.
A year and a half in my company. Yeah.
How
Yeah.
is the Dolce? It's such hard singing. Angelica. Did it hurt?
Does it hurt? Does it hurt yourself? It did not hurt. Of course not. Of course not.
She's a healthy singer.
I was in it. I mean, you can only, everything feels good when you're wearing a beautiful wig, one of Paul Tazewell's costumes, you're singing Lens music. I mean, come on, it's butter.
I'm so waiting for that opportunity. All right, what are you going to sing for us, lady?
I'm going to sing a song from the film The Color Purple called Miss Ceely's Blues. Bless you.
Yes. Okay,
Because you know, I think it says everything I want to say, and there's something about being able to communicate how much you're standing with and beside and for somebody in that that gut bucket kind of way. You know what I mean?
I love it.
And P.S. You did Color Purple on Broadway, so it goes.
I did. I
right,
did.
man.
My Broadway debut.
All right, here.
Wait, hold, guys, hold.
We're holding.
That's all right. We're holding.
This was absolutely not going to be okay. We are so good to go. Let's just do it one more time.
All right.
One more time. And let's just do it one more time. La 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 la. Sister, you've been on my mind, oh, sister, we're two of a kind, oh, sister, I'm keeping my eyes on you. I bet you think I don't know nothing but singing the blues, oh, sister, have I got news for you? I'm something. I hope you think that you're something too. Oh, shuffling, I've been up life's lonesome road, and I've seen a lot of suns go down. Oh, but trust me, ain't no low life's gonna run you around. So let me tell you something, sister. Remember your name, no twister gonna steal your stuff away, my sister. We sure ain't got a whole lot of time. Oh, shuffling, I've been up life's lonesome road, and I've seen a lot of suns go down. Oh, but trust me, ain't no low life's gonna run you around. So let me tell you something, sister. Remember your name. No twister gonna steal your stuff away, my sister. We sure ain't got a whole lot of time. So come on and shake your shimmy, sister, 'cause honey, the sugar's feeling fine. Oh yeah.
Yes.
You still got him, Monty.
Someone else that's clapping for you is Desiree Timms. Let's bring her on.
Hi, Desiree.
Oh, you're muted. You're muted, Desiree.
You're on mute, lovely.
There you go.
Hi, that was so amazing. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. I thought, you know what? This song right here, this is the one. I want to sing to this girl right here. I want to sing this with her.
I've heard it before, but I appreciated it very much in this moment.
Thank you.
We're all sisters.
Thank you, Montego.
Thanks,
course.
Monteeks. Love
Of
you.
course. Pleasure, darlings.
Bye.
Bye.
So talented.
Hi, Desiree.
Hi, Desiree.
Hi.
Did I give Dana the right information? Did you write that song?
I
that she was
co-wrote,
talking about?
so yes.
Okay.
We're gonna show it.
We're gonna hopefully show 30 seconds. We can't show the whole thing, but we'll because of YouTube. But I think David, our tech guy, is gonna get our last 30 seconds, and then you can set it up for when the next time we have you on. Desiree, did you like grow up thinking that you would be running for Congress in Ohio? Like, how did this all come about? Tell us.
It started the way a lot of things start in this country is people are upset. I am a native Daytonian, born and raised here. And I graduated at a time where jobs were still growing and people had an opportunity to climb their way to the middle class. However, that changed during the 2008 recession. I saw my neighbors' homes get foreclosed. I saw cars repossessed and tow trucks come. I saw businesses that were once, the spot and the place to go, close their doors, file bankruptcy, and things changed. My community, the way I saw it as a little girl, changed. And I wanted to do something about it. And that's why I knocked doors for Obama, because I believed in the hope and the change that we worked so hard to bring to our community. And I really wanted to make sure we changed our democracy. Even then, I had no interest in pursuing political careers or anything like that. I was like, this is just my volunteer thing. This is what I do to support my country. And here we are, more than a decade later.
How has it been in COVID times as far as running an election, like a campaign? I mean, how do you do that?
Yeah. So again, I thought that it was going to be similar to 2008. I thought at this point, I'm going to have holes in the bottom of my shoes, just like Barack Obama did. And then COVID came and was like, get used to the internet. So here we are. This event itself is, a beneficiary of COVID and the situation that we are in. Are unable to see our neighbors and our loved ones and our supporters and hug people. I'm a hugger. So COVID is really bothering me. But we're trying to get our message out. So utilizing digital tools and resources like Facebook and Twitter and trying to reach as many people through Zoom. I know many people have the Zoomies by now. We're getting zoomed out, but keep zooming away to save our democracy.
Absolutely. Desiree, so when did you enter the race? Before COVID, obviously.
I entered before COVID. And so my primary, because I had a primary race, and that was March 17th. And March 16th, they said, we're canceling the election. And we had cards ready, volunteers, you know, they were asleep thinking they were going to wake up the next day and like make sure people could vote. And we were like, it's canceled. And it was very heartbreaking. I was like, oh my God, my first real election day is canceled. And that was the first time we had to make an adjustment in COVID and move things online and figure out, okay, let's just roll with it. Everyone's going to vote by mail. Let's make sure we can call everyone so they know what to do. And it was a lot to bear because it was sudden. I mean, the decision was made the night before election day. So it was really convenient. I wish we could plan better for it, but yeah.
So Desiree, what have you seen since you have been in the race since before March and COVID really hit everyone? Have you seen a change in the people who will be your future constituents as far as their concerns and needs out there in the community?
Some. So I live in Dayton. We experienced a mass shooting last year. And that is something that is still top of mind for people in my community, is ending gun violence, making sure we can feel safe in our communities. That is still top of mind here. But also COVID, right? A lot of people are frontline workers. My mom is a nurse. She's working the front lines right now. Grocery store clerks, people who don't have the option or frankly the luxury of working from home. These are the people who are saying, what are you going to do for me? How are you going to save my life? How are you going to protect me from catching COVID and passing it to my kids? By the way, my kids, where are they going to go because school is canceled and I can't afford childcare? So what am I going to do? And so it's really crushing people economically here on the ground. And so we have got to make sure that we get people in Congress and in positions of leadership to make sure that they can advocate for real people, everyday people who are trying their best and they just can't catch a break. And more importantly, we have to save lives.
How are you going to help millionaires? Just kidding. I couldn't care less. Okay, are we going to your next performance? We're going to bring you back, right?
Well, yeah, we're going to bring you back, Desiree. But before we bring on Jeremy Jordan, wanted to ask you what when you get to Congress in January 2021, what would be your top? Gun violence, obviously getting relief to people that are on the front lines, but what else is at the top of your wish list for a new Congress that you'd be in?
It's healthcare, building on the Affordable Care Act for Medicare public option so that anyone who needs access to healthcare can have it. I personally know people who have had to go to the pharmaceutical counter and make a decision. Am I going to buy the antibiotic or the painkiller? That's where we are. We have to lower the cost of prescription drugs. We have to make sure if you have a pre-existing condition, diabetes, asthma, cancer survivor, even had a baby, COVID-19 even is now considered a pre-existing condition. We need to make sure that these people can stay on their health care. And so we will be fighting, again, to save lives. It's coming down to preserving, protecting, and saving lives right now.
Okay, we will bring you back. We're going to show some good videos too when you come back. So stay tuned, Desiree.
All right. We'll see you in a little bit, Desiree.
I love it.
All right.
Basic stuff that has to be handled. We're speaking of the Midwest. We're going Midwest, right?
Well, I would not consider well, you mean where our next guest is from or where he is right now?
You take it.
For Jeremy Jordan.
Well, I guess, I don't know.
Where were you thinking Midwest?
I have no idea why.
You weren't thinking Texas is Midwest.
I don't know why I was thinking.
He's shaking his head right now. Hold on. Jeremy Jordan.
Born in Texas. I'm currently in Jersey. My wife is from Ohio, so we'll rep that.
But it's more like, why are you leaning on a precipice? What is happening?
I have a special guest.
A piano player?
Yeah, I have a live pianist.
I'm so jealous.
Yes, we don't have to hook up through like some crazy, intricate technological advancement to do it.
Jeremy Jordan, everybody wants to know what's going on. Are you going back to Supergirl? And if so, what's going to happen to your character?
No.
That's it. That's all I get.
Unless they ask me, but I have no plans to do such things.
Well, what about going back to Little Shop of Horrors, which you were about to star in when everything shut down?
Yeah, I mean, listen, if it comes back, which hopefully it will, I believe we're all supposed to come back with it, but we'll see.
And my other question is, since you're not from Ohio, like I thought you were, Why did you decide to help? I know. Why did you
I
decide?
don't even- that's why he was so threw me, Jeremy. He was like, from the Midwest. Does he not know that Jeremy? I guess I thought he was thinking about Liz Callaway, who's going to be next, who's from Illinois. I thought, okay, well, there you go. But
Anywho,
yeah,
why did you
is
decide
right.
to help out tonight, Jeremy Jordan?
My pleasure. I'm just gonna hang out with you guys and love supporting Desiree and all that you guys do. It's wonderful.
You're a very vocal celebrity as opposed to some people, aren't you? You're not nervous about quote unquote alienating your fan base with your big mouth?
Oh no, they can go jump in a lake. I don't care. I don't care. Are you kidding me? We're way past that point.
Go blue.
That is true.
Yeah.
All right, Jeremy.
Jeremy, you're great. Thank you for your social activism and for your vibrato, which I hope to hear right now.
Great.
All right.
All right.
Be quiet. Could be. Who knows? There's something due any day. I will know right away, soon as it shows. You're making cannonballing down to the sky, gleaming its eye, bright as a rose. Who knows? It's only just out of reach, down the block, on a beach, under a tree. I got a feeling there's a miracle due, gonna come true, coming to me. Could it be? Yes, it could. Something's coming, something good. If I can wait, something's coming. I don't know what it is, but it is gonna be great. With a click, with a shock, phone will jingle, door will knock. Open the latch. Something's coming, don't know when, but it's soon. Catch the moon, one-handed catch. Around the corner, or whistling down the river. Come on, deliver to me. Will it be? Yes, it will. Maybe just by holding still, it'll be there. Come on, something, come on in. Don't be shy, meet a guy, pull up a chair. The air is humming, and something great is coming. Who knows? It's only just out of reach, down the block, on a beach. Maybe tonight, maybe tonight, maybe tonight.
Yes. And you only took it down a step and a half.
What did you say?
You only took it down a step and a half. Good for you.
That's the real key.
That's an F
He
sharp.
knows he's messing with you.
Boys, thank you for supporting Desiree. You both
You're
sound
so
great.
welcome.
And
Of course.
Jeremy, when do you go back to the Midwest for Thanksgiving, I guess, to your family?
Oh God, yeah, my family, they can't wait to greet me in the cold, cold weather of South Texas. Yeah, no, I don't know. Who knows? We're just here and hunkering down like everybody else and getting occasional visits from friends and staying safe and, you know, holding our breath, but trying to do as much as we can to push for all the things you guys are pushing for, push for a little blue wave and taking over everything and getting expletive out of the office.
Yes, sir.
There you go.
100% vote blue. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, boys. You still got it.
Bye, guys. Bye, Jeremy.
Bye, guys. Exactly. Sounding fabulous. Sounding fabulous.
Now, this is who you perhaps were referring to.
No, Liz is actually from South Texas. She's from another town near Jeremy Jordan. So, by the way, don't forget to tell David to go. All right. So here's Liz Callaway, who's from, you know, they have like, because Desiree represents Miami Ohio. Liz is from Chicago, Ohio. Here she comes. Hi, Liz.
Howdy. When I heard our next guest from the Midwest, I was like, wait a minute, I thought it was Jeremy. Is me? Am I next?
Shaking it up.
Yes, I am a proud Midwesterner and very happy to be here on behalf of Desiree, who I think is really awesome. And kudos to you guys for all you've been doing, during this time.
Blue wave, lady. So, we had the singing voice of Pocahontas. Now we have the singing voice of Anastasia. We're keeping this. But Liz, I want to ask you, you are such a social activist. I know your dad was a really famous newscaster. Is he the one that taught you how to be a social activist? Did he say it was important to be political?
I think that's all I knew. I mean, my dad, we talked about what was happening in the world, around the dinner table. That was just part of growing up. And our record collections at home were very eclectic. We had the Beatles, we had jazz, we had classical, and then we'd sit down and listen to the speeches of, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. We had the album of his speeches. And so that was just what I grew up, so, and, this is such a crazy time. And I find this so stressful, but I feel like what is important to me is, I don't know if we can change anyone's minds at this point, but it's just getting people to vote, particularly young people. I actually have an Ohio voting story for you.
Amazing.
I just thought about, my son, Nicholas, went to college in Ohio. He went to Kenyon College in Gambier. And I remember the 2012 presidential election was the first time he could vote. And it was shortly after Hurricane Sandy, and we didn't have power at our house for like 3 weeks. But election night, my husband, Dan, and I were sitting at a bar watching the results. We were just, praying that Obama would be reelected, and we knew Ohio was very important. And on the TV, it's, and we knew that Nicholas had waited in line to vote that day. And on the TV, we saw that Obama won Ohio. And then I got a text from Nicholas saying, "My vote counted!" Exclamation point. I still have a photo of his. I took a photo of the text because I was like crying because I thought it really. He felt such pride in being able to vote, and I hope, and I want to spread the word that, this is such a privilege that we get to vote, and I'm so hoping, and I really think there's going to be a great turnout for this year.
Me too.
Desiree just put in the private chat that she loved the story. She's a fellow Ohio person. Here, we'll just have her say hi for a second.
I spent a lot of time in Ohio. Hey, Desiree. When Nicholas was at Kenyon, I was like, okay, I have to get as many gigs in Ohio as I can so I can see him. So for 4 years, I performed all over Ohio. So
you know it well.
I do know it very well. I do know it very well, and I am wishing you all the best. I think your story is. I find you very. Your story is very inspiring to me, and I think to a lot of people. And I think you are a breath of fresh air, and you're going to be voted in. I believe in that. So.
And Liz is psychic. All right, Desiree.
We'll see you in a minute after.
Liz, what are you going to bless us with?
Well, I know James told me I could surprise you.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about, there's so many wonderful, inspiring songs, but I was reading some articles about Desiree today. And I thought, well, maybe I'm going to do a song that I think, especially what I know of her, is how I think Desiree feels about and how she would be about her constituents. And this has a long intro. I went, oh wait, I have to play the track. So let's hope this goes well.
Okay.
This is a song that, I don't know. I think this is, we're very lucky if the people we vote into office feel this way. Troubles and you need some love and care. Nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you have to do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will. You've got a friend. If the sky above you grows dark and full of clouds, and that old north wind begins to blow, keep your head together and call my name out loud. Soon you'll hear me knocking upon your door. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you have to do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will. Now ain't it good to know that you've got a friend? When people can be so cold, they'll hurt you, yes, and desert you. They'll take your soul if you let them. Ah, but don't you let them. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running, yeah, to see you again and again and again. Don't you know that winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you have to do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will. You've got a friend. Ain't it good to know you've got a friend? Ain't it good to know you've got a friend? With Desiree Timms, you've got a friend.
That was
Those are
great.
the original lyrics by Carole King.
I know. Desiree, I hope you were singing along.
I was soaking it all in.
Ah,
It was so beautiful. Thank you.
thank you so much. I am wishing you all the best. I'm going to be following you on November 3rd very closely, and telling everyone I know in the Dayton area to please vote for you and vote for blue across the board.
Yes, Queen.
Yes.
Thanks, Liz Callaway. You always
Thank
come
you,
through for us.
Liz.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye. Desiree.
Let's show everybody who Desiree is.
Yes, that's right. I love this bio video here. I'm going to play it because I think it tells a lot about you. Hold on.
I'm supporting Desiree Timms for Congress because she prioritizes building our workforce development. Desiree has educated herself and then come back to serve as a Native, and that's a lesson that we all can learn from. Desiree is so committed to building our workforce development program that she prioritizes and encourages entrepreneurship. And that is going to allow our youth to go into this next generation understanding the importance of being financially independent.
We need someone who's able to speak for us, that's from us. She's a true daughter of Dayton. I've watched her community work. I've watched her do all the things that she's done to come back to what made her to give back to make the change.
There's a huge wealth gap, and the middle class is shrinking by the numbers daily. And I want to support someone who is going to make sure that we preserve that middle class. It's extremely important to vote for her now and to follow her campaign, and also to hold her accountable, because that's what policy is all about. Let's get some fresh perspectives in Congress and on Capitol Hill.
My name is Desiree Timms. I was born and raised in Dayton, in West Dayton to be exact. I'm a graduate of Dayton Dunbar High School. I went to Xavier University for undergrad, and I'm a graduate of Georgetown Law. I worked in the White House for President Obama. I worked for Senator Sherrod Brown and Senator Kirsten Gillibrand. And now I'm home because I want to run for Congress. I'm running to bring Dayton back.
That's great.
First of all, I'm obsessed with your pedigree. So when you get to Congress, you know, it's interesting. I used to work on the Rosie O'Donnell show, and I feel like I definitely learned lessons from her. Do you feel you learned from who you worked for, anything that you're going to then bring with you to Congress?
Absolutely. I have had the honor of working under some of the best public servants our country has. And you really learn how to take care of people. And I think that's the most important lesson. That's why you're doing this. That's why you get involved, is because you want to help. But learning and serving under people who really care, it shows you the other side of the job. And luckily, the people I worked for are the same on screen and on camera than they are behind the camera. And you know, you cannot say that about everyone, because on camera, people are sometimes very different. And those former bosses are my forever bosses, and they've been extremely supportive, but they are who they say they are. And that matters.
So I know you were saying that one of your first things you're going to handle, that you want to handle when you get to Congress, is healthcare. How would you do that? Like, what's your first, because it's such a general thing, healthcare. Like, what would you want to have happen as one of the first things?
Well, one, I think it depends on where we are with COVID. Right now, we have a president who walked away from the negotiations table, and then via Twitter, I guess he's back at the table. We don't know. And so one of the things we have to do is make sure that people aren't going homeless, because people who experience homelessness also have healthcare issues and breakdowns that go far beyond that. And then we have people who frankly have lost their jobs, they're underemployed, they're laid off, and they don't know when they get that paycheck again. Well, they can't buy food, and they definitely can't afford their prescription medicine. And so we're going to be focused on making sure people can stay on their insurance, and that we make sure we don't allow people to slide into hyper poverty, because that's what we're facing right now.
And what do you think in this campaign, what did you not expect to happen? Because, like, you know, you want to do something, and then when you do it, you're like, I had no idea, blah, blah, blah.
I had no idea about the fundraising. Oh my God, we have got to do something about the money in politics. I spend so much time on the phone calling strangers, asking for $10 or $100. And, you know, 2 pick up and 10 hang up on me and 15 yell at me. And so it is quite the process just to get, you know, every dollar. But the fact that we have to raise so much money just to meet people and to be competitive. And now in COVID, it's double, because we can't hit those doors. So we really need those dollars in order to get our message out to people. And if I could wave a magic wand and change that, I would do it immediately. It is horrible.
Yeah.
I agree. And all that money is going to like TV and radio chat. It's not even going to anything that's going to help anybody. We're on your side, but hopefully you're going to raise some money tonight. We have some viewers that are loving this. Now, by the way, we have all this music, but turns out you're involved with music. Talk about how you wound up being involved with this music video.
Yeah. So, you know, when I first announced my candidacy for Congress, people said, oh, you can't do it. You can't win. You're Black, you're young, and you're a woman, and there's just no way. And I thought, well, I'm going to show you. Those turned out to be my greatest assets in making me more viable. But I talked to so many young people around the district, and they said, well, my vote doesn't matter. I'm not going to show up this year because we get the same old people with the same old results. And I thought, oh, no. And then some people even say, I'm not voting because of the Electoral College. And I was like, wait, you do know. And so I thought we have to come up with a schoolhouse rock that's 2020 friendly. And so my cousin Yellow Pain, I was like, you're the perfect person to do this. And if you don't, I'm going to call grandma and we'll make sure that you do this for me.
Love that.
It worked.
It worked. No, so Yellow Pain and I are first cousins. And so we sat down, and it wasn't, people sometimes think that, oh, we sat down, we talked about it, we wrote the song, and a week later it went viral. That is not how it happened. We spent 6 months going over the lyrics. I spent time educating him about the process because you have to be able to talk about it independent of me. And I want you to really believe in what you're saying because it's art and you need to be true to it. So we spent 6 months creating this song. And then we finally released it late January. And like 2 weeks later, I was like, oh my God.
We can only show 30 seconds because YouTube has these weird rules, but we're going to show everybody. They don't know what we're talking about. You can see right now.
Yeah, we'll show the last part of it. But by the way, Desiree, if you're that careful and loving with a song and you know the importance of it, my God, how far you will go in this career path that I know is going to really take off in January for you. It's incredible. It gives me chills. It's amazing.
Thank you.
Wow. Okay, I'm going to show the last little bit of the video. Here we go.
Every time you stay home, someone is making a decision about you, making decisions about the air you breathe, the water you drink, the food your kids eat, and how much money you bring home every 2 weeks. So every time you sit out an election, every time you don't show up because you think it doesn't matter, someone else is happy that you didn't show up so they can make that decision for you. Vote.
Yeah.
That's just the ending.
That's just the ending because we wanted to show you. There's a whole song before, but where people, Desiree, where can people go if they don't know? Where they go to YouTube?
You can go to YouTube and type in "My Vote Don't Count," or you can go to my website, timsforcongress.com, and it's on the homepage.
Perfect. Okay. All right. We have one last singer, last but not least, whom we love. Go ahead, Seth. You want to take over the intro here?
Yes. So please welcome one of our favorite singers, and he plays for himself, Mr. Javier Colon. Where's Javi?
Here he is.
Hi.
Hi, Javier.
Hi. How are you? Hi, Desiree.
So, Javier, we want you to describe to Desiree how she's going to feel when she wins. How did it feel when you won The Voice?
There was a mix of emotions. There was a lot of there was happiness. There was like sadness that I wasn't with like my whole family and a bunch of my friends. But it was amazing. It was overwhelming, and I knew that I felt this. I would imagine you'd feel the same thing. But I felt this overwhelming weight on my shoulders to really show up for the people who supported me and make sure that I do what I set out to do. You know what I mean? And that's what I try to do every day.
Wow, it sounds exactly what Desiree is going to feel. This is a perfect comparison. I love it.
All right.
You also asked me last time if for the trophy. Here it is. I found it for you.
That's the Voice trophy?
This is the Voice trophy. It's got my name on it and the whole thing. You wanted to see it last time, and I didn't.
Yeah, do it a little bit closer. Let's see.
Okay,
bring it to the camera. There we go.
Oh, there you can see my name on there.
Yes, sir.
Oh my God, that's so cool.
There it is. It's heavy. It's like 16 pounds or something. So I'm not going to hold it too long. It's going to hurt me.
Yeah. Okay.
Give me the biceps.
Yeah, there it is.
Okay, so what are you going to lay on us tonight? You know I love everything you sing.
You know, I was going to sing something else, and I'm throwing David a curveball, but I'm going to play the piano. It's okay. Can I sing you an Adele song? Can I do that? Is that okay?
Yeah, but I love that you play guitar and piano, and Desiree says yes to Adele.
Yes.
She says yes to Adele. Okay, so whatever Desiree says goes. All right, so this one.
We'll take ourselves up.
All right. You guys will know this one. I was wondering if after all these years you'd like to meet to go over everything. Say that I'm supposed to heal you, but I ain't done much healing. Hello, can you hear me? I'm in California dreaming about who we used to be when we were younger and free. I've forgotten how it felt before the world fell at our feet. There's such a difference between us and a million miles. Y'all singing with me? So hello from the other side. I must have called 1,000 times to tell you I'm sorry for everything that I've done. But when I call, you never seem to be home. Help from the outside. At least I can say that I've tried to tell you I'm sorry for breaking your heart, but it don't matter. It clearly doesn't tear you apart anymore. Hello, how are you? It's so typical of me to talk about myself. I'm sorry. I hope that you will. Did you ever make it out of that town when nothing ever happened? It's no secret that the both of us are running out of time. So help from the other side. I must have called 1,000 times to tell you I'm sorry for everything that I've done. But when I call, you never seem to be home. Help from the outside. At least I can say that I've tried to tell you I'm sorry for breaking your heart, but it don't matter. It clearly doesn't tear you apart anymore. Ooh, help from the other side. At least I can say that I've tried to tell you I'm sorry for everything that I've done. But when I call, you never seem to be home. Help from the outside. At least I can say that I've tried to tell you I'm sorry for breaking your heart, but it don't matter. It clearly doesn't tear you apart anymore.
Yes.
Hey, Javi, are you like a full coloratura soprano? I've never heard higher notes.
I don't know about that, but no, I'm not. I like to sing high sometimes. I like to sing. For some reason, I sing a lot of female artist songs, like Time After Time. I mean, I'll sing all kinds of stuff. But yeah,
you sing it in their key. That's the crazy part.
I do, because I don't. It actually bothers my ear when I change a key of a song that I actually know is in a particular key. It kind of bothers me, so I try to keep it there if I can.
Well, you certainly can.
Sometimes.
Talent is crazy. We're obsessed with you.
Javier, we want to thank you. We want to thank Liz Callaway, Montego Glover, Dana Delany, Jeremy Jordan, Judy Kuhn, David Katz for volunteering and putting this together.
All this tech.
And of course you, Desiree, and our friend Kara Serber, who worked with the campaign getting this up and running.
And Mindy, who asked us to do it.
And Mindy Axner, our friend from Ohio.
Desiree,
that's right.
We're so excited for you.
Yes, good luck.
This was amazing. Thank you guys for using your talent to change our country for good. And I am so deeply appreciated. And I feel so full. So thank you.
Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you. So it's timsforcongress.com, everyone that's listening. And we will see you November 4th in your full I won face.
That's right.
Yes.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
All right.
And